This is a story about a man named Victor Frankenstein who is fascinated by science and attempts to resurrect a human that he manufactures with random human remains. Victor is successful with bringing his creation to life, but the monster runs away. Victor receives news that his brother William has been murdered and that a family friend, Justine, is the primary suspect. Victor travels back home and encounters the monster, suspecting that the monster killed William and not Justine. However, Justine is found guilty and hung. Victor is saddened by the death of Justine and travels to the cold mountains to clear his mind. There, Victor meets the monster who claims he is lonely. The monster explains to Victor that he lived in the wilderness for some time, observing a nearby home where a blind old man lived with his son Felix and daughter Agatha. Over time, the monster learned to speak and read from books and the people in the cottage. After trying to make contact with the old man, the monster was attacked and the family moved away. In anger, the monster burned down the empty cottage. The monster then traveled to Geneva to confront Victor's family. On the journey, he encountered a little girl, was shot, and killed a little boy. The monster confesses that he wants Victor to make him a woman that is suitable for him. At first, Victor refuses to create a female monster, but then reasons that he will do it as long as the monster stays away from Europe. Victor returns home and prepares to create a female monster. Victor is asked by his father if he's interested in marrying his cousin Elizabeth. Victor agrees, but first decides to travel to Scotland with his friend Clerval to work on creating the female monster in isolation. After Clerval departs at Victor's request, Victor begins assembling the female monster. However, as he is creating it, he decides to stop in fear that the female monster might cause more problems. The monster is upset that Victor has backed out of his promise and vows to kill everyone he loves. As Victor returns home, he discovers that Clerval has been murdered by the monster and Victor is thrown in prison for the crime. Victor is eventually released and returns home to marry Elizabeth. However, Elizabeth is killed by the monster and Victor vows to destroy the monster. Victor's father also dies. Victor employs a crew to sail north to destroy the monster. However, the trip is too much for Victor and he dies on the voyage. In the end, after the monster sees that Victor is dead, the monster vows to destroy himself now that he has nothing to live for. If this video was helpful, please share it with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe for more Minute Book Reports, and thanks for watching.